Governor Drew Kessler.
My next door neighbor happened to be a young attorney who happened to be the president of his local Rotary Club. And Ron's mission and his goal was, as many presidents when they take office, was to bring some energy and enthusiasm into a club that's been around for a very, very long time. So Ron approached me and he said, will you join me this coming Thursday for lunch? Okay, well, Ron, where are we going? We're going over to the Rotary meeting. And I said to Ron, what's Rotary? What are we going to be doing? Because up until this point, the word Rotary never went in front of me. I was not one of the fortunate ones. I was not part of an Interact club. So I said, Ron, tell me about this Rotary meeting. What is it that I'm going to be doing? Who am I going to be meeting? And Ron said to me, all you need to worry about is if you come this Thursday, you're going to meet the movers and shakers of North Rockland. So that coming Thursday, I went to the North Rockland Rotary Club, and I walked in the front doors, and I was greeted by a group of old men. These were gentlemen that were significantly older than I was. But to Ron's point, he was 100% right. I had what I believed to be the movers and shakers of our area. I had a Supreme Court judge, I had the county clerk, I had an assistant district attorney, I had the mayor of the village of Havistra, I had the vice president of a local bank. I had all these people that, quite frankly, at 20 years old, I didn't feel I had any business sitting across from. But it was at that moment when I walked in the front door that my life will forever change, and I will forever trying to be paying Rotary back for all that Rotary has been given to me, and try to find a way to pay it forward. Because it was when I walked in that door, and this is what separates Rotary from any other organization, I was not my last name. I was not my religion. I was not my nationality. And specifically in my case, I was not my age. I was just Drew. I walked in, and the mayor, this one, that one, it wasn't the titles. It was, here, meet Gary, meet Bill, meet Bud. I was somebody that they were able to have a one-on-one conversation with and enjoy a meeting with. And to me, I thought that was absolutely amazing that I could walk into an organization and have that experience, because I could tell you there are not many organizations out there that would treat everybody the way I was treated. It's humbling to be able to be on this path, to go from the clubs to see Rotary on an international level. My wife and I have been traveling for the past 3 years, kind of all over the world, learning about the great doings of Rotary. And it's with that message I come to you today. Back in January, Rotary International convened all 537 district governors throughout the world, and they brought us to San Diego. And the premise of this International Assembly is to share what the coming year's theme is going to be. It's to share kind of what's going on right now in Rotary. And the theme this year is Engage Rotary, Change Lives. How do we get our members engaged, that they have a message similar to mine, that they will always try to be paying it forward, that they're always going to try to give back, because for those who have this belief will agree with me that no matter how much we ever give in Rotary, we'll never be able to repay the debt that this organization provides to us. And with that, I take it a step further, that my vision and my message to you today is not just engaging a Rotarian, but it's engaging a Rotarian support system. In my world, my family is my number one. And my number two is my work. Because if I don't have work, I can't feed my family. So when I try to do the order of what's important and what I have to make time for, family's number one, work's number two, and then service is number three. And what I think I've done, and what I continue to try to do every single day, is how do I find a way to bring all those three aspects of life together? So this way, I'm not taking from one to feed the other. How do I bring my family into Rotary so I don't miss a family dinner? Because it is very important in my house that we do family dinner every night together. How do we get our partners involved? How do we get our kids involved? How do we get our grandkids involved? This to me is the single biggest thing we need to accomplish. In April, we had a district assembly. So we had the Rotarians, we had the partners of the Rotarians, and the coolest thing was we had the kids and we had the grandkids of the Rotarians. And we had such a great night. And we actually had it at a place called the Castle. And for those who don't know the Castle, it's in Chester, New York. And if you're a 10-year-old kid, it is the coolest place on earth. That it has everything from go-karts to mini golf to arcade games. Whatever you can imagine, it's there. We had a shelter box. Everybody know what a shelter box is. For those who don't, Rotary has a program, it's phenomenal. It's a tent that can fit up to 10 people, that in disasters we ship these boxes that include all living supplies for a month and this shelter. So we had the tent there, and we had a contest when we came back after dinner. How many kids can we put in the shelter box tent? Well, to tell you, we had all 30 kids in the shelter box tent, and we still had more room to go. But right there, we got the kids engaged. We got them involved. We had them part of our program that the following days when they went to school, they were talking about this cool venue that they went to where they were talking about Rotary, and they got to share their Rotary experience. We're going to be having a president's prom, something that's never been done before. We're going to ask that you wear your black tie, you wear your formal evening wear. We are going to have the balloon archway. We're going to take your photo just like they did at your last prom, hopefully. It's going to just be a fun experience that we get to share with fellow Rotarians. As much as I'd like to have you there, I want to have your partner there. I want to have the person who means the most to you be part of this event so they can see how wonderful our organization is. We're going to finish the year with our district conference. And our district conference is going to be the last weekend of June. And when I tell you we are going to have the coolest district conference ever, I don't think I'm doing it justice. To fall along the lines of the family concept, we are going to be up in Lake George, and we are going to have it at an indoor water park with a Six Flags right across the street. It's a Great Escape Lodge up in Lake George. So every district conference has a program for the Rotarians, right? We'll do that. Well, my wife is taking charge of a partners program. So while we as Rotarians are learning about our great stuff, the partners will have a program for them. The next thing we're going to have is we're going to have Camp Rotary. And Camp Rotary is for your kids, for your grandkids, for you to be able to come, drop them off, have them supervised by professional help, and watch them while you're in session, your partner's in session, so we can get everybody involved and nobody is on the outside. I ask that you make this your family vacation for the beginning of the summer, and you take part in this conference. We're really looking forward to what this is going to do and what this is going to bring. So that's things that we're doing to hopefully enable and engage our partners and our kids so that we're not taking away from them to be part of this organization, for a way for us to bring them in. The next concept is our vocation. And how do we bring in what we do into this organization for our employers to see the worth in it, for the people that are self-employed, for them to dedicate the time that's necessary in this organization. We have a tremendous amount of assets in our organization. And to me, our assets are our members. And when you come into this organization, as Ann and Audrey have done today, you're part of a network. And that network is a family. And I believe in supporting my family. And I believe in supporting my network. I believe in to have success both personally, professionally, you need the help of others. So this year what we're going to do, we are going to have on a quarterly basis, and I'm very grateful and thankful that our very own Greg has taken charge of this in Region 89 and is actually on the district level the head coordinator for this event. We're going to have regional business card exchanges. It's a place for the Rotarians in the region to get together to talk about what they do. And it's not just those who are active that get to talk about what they do, but it could be those who are retired. Because in my belief, it's those that are retired have so much to offer those who are currently in the workforce. Whether it's from a mentoring position, whether it's from a contact position, the wealth of knowledge that these individuals have are tremendous. When an employer is looking at the great works of what we do, they many times have to think, what's my employer or what's my person going to get out of this organization? So we talked about the networking opportunity. There's also the professional growth that so ties with our organization when it comes to the leadership opportunities. But it's the training that goes along with that I think is invaluable. Because while it's done under the name of Rotary, and they're teaching you all the great stuff in Rotary, we have a President-elect's training that happens every year. We have Rotary Leadership Institute. And again, while they're sharing the fundamentals of Rotary, they're also teaching you how to lead and manage people. And when I tell you how much that correlates in a professional life or even a personal life when it comes to your family, how amazing it is, because to tell you that if I'm able to be a president of 40 people and get them to share a vision, or if I'm a district governor of 1,800 and get them to share a vision, well, when I go to work tomorrow and I have a staff that is a little bit different than this staff, because this staff, I can't pay you any more, I can't pay you any less, right? So if I can get people who are giving up their time to share in a vision, I think it makes it that much easier to get people who are getting paid to do it to share in a vision. So, I mean, it's just tremendous what this organization offers as far as that opportunity, that if you come in and you want to be on the board, if you want leadership, it's there for you. It's there for the taking. That our employers, our vocations need to understand that we have these opportunities, that to say we're not just a service organization is huge, because it's, again, when you get their buy-in, it makes this a whole lot easier. I'd like to present to you the theme banner for this year, which again is Engage Rotary, Change Lives.
Nice. We'll hang it well. Thank you, Bruce.